Day 23 and 24 of my breast cancer vlog. Let's get into it. There is a lot going on right now that I am completely overwhelmed, but I am trying to be as mindful as I can and stay in this current moment. So the biggest thing that's going on is that I finally met with my surgeon, Dr. Vargas, to discuss all these tests that were done. I went in there with really high hopes because my bone scan, CAT scan came back negative, except for that little mass that was on my pancreas, and there is no lymph node activity. And yes, we did get the BRCA2 test, the gene test that showed up. So that's a cause of concern. But from my results so far, everything looks really good, right? So when I went there, I was in the best spirits, but I don't know, like the energy changed. Like when I went to my first doctor's appointment there, Dr. Vargas was so nice and welcoming and accommodating and patient. I guess because he was delivering the verdict that I have cancer. When I went back there this time, I noticed that the energy was different. Still very lovely people, you know, the receptionist, the nurses, Dr. Vargas, but it was just different. Like we had to wait an hour to see Dr. Vargas. Our appointment was at 3 p.m. We got there at 2:45 p.m. and we didn't actually end up seeing Dr. Vargas until about 3:45, 3:50 p.m. So I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe there was somebody else going through some sort of emergency or something, but having to wait in that room was kind of like really scary because I was just kind of like, my mind was just running with so many different things, and I didn't really appreciate that part. The other part of it was they told me to put on a dressing gown, which I thought was kind of weird because this was supposed to be a consultation about what we're doing next. It wasn't explained to me why we needed a consult for me to put on the dressing gown, so that wasn't explained. I don't know why. Anyways, finally Dr. Vargas came in and he was very much like business oriented, and a little bit of that calm demeanor was gone, and I could tell like maybe he had a lot of clients that day, so maybe that's the reason. So he begins to tell me that, okay, here's the next steps, you know, you're gonna go, my recommendation based off of everything is that we get the mastectomy, and we need to have a pancreatic doctor look at you to make sure that that's not pancreatic cancer, and you know, we'll know next steps after these two things are done. We have to get you to see a pancreatic doctor to rule out that that's not pancreatic cancer, and we can't start your surgery until we do that. So I was feeling very unnerved because it just, I don't know, just the energy changed. So I said to him, I said, well, he didn't even ask me. So I just said to him, I said, well, I've made up my mind. I've decided that I want to have a double mastectomy. And I was asking more about the procedure. And he was saying something like, well, you know, when you get your breasts removed, we will put in something called like expanders. And then a couple months later, you will have the actual implants put in. That's if you don't need radiation or chemotherapy. And I was like, now I'm confused. And I'm like, I don't understand. Nothing is in my lymph nodes. I'm pretty much all clear. Why are we talking about radiation and chemo? I don't understand. And I said, I'm opposed to radiation and chemo. I will do it if I have to. And if I have to do it, I'd rather radiation instead of chemo. But I don't understand why we're acting like this isn't good news that all my scans came back. So that made me feel a little depressed. And my man, he was there with me. He started getting agitated. So when the doctor left the room, and then he did like a breast exam on me, which there was no ultrasound. It was just like him touching my breasts. And I don't, at this point, I wasn't sure what that was. So after he left, he's like, get dressed, and then we're gonna, you know, set you up with the nurses to make these appointments or whatever. And when he left the room, I'm not gonna lie, I just burst out crying, and I had like a good sob to the point where the nurses were coming in, thought I was dressed, and I wasn't even dressed yet. And my man's like, no, she needs a minute. And I just cried. I just cried really hard. And if you were to ask me what were you crying about, Uma, I really don't know. I think I was just fed up is where I was with it, because to me, all my results are looking good, but for some reason, the feedback I was getting wasn't like so good. It was kind of like more doom and gloom. So I just really was just tired. So anyways, we meet with Nurse Teresa. She's really sweet. And she told me what's going to happen next. These two doctors are going to call me. One is the plastic surgeon and one is the pancreatic doctor to meet with him to get tested, to do like a biopsy or whatever he needs to do to test my pancreas to see that that's okay. That's where I'm at with it. When we were driving home, I was quiet. My man was quiet. We weren't talking to each other. And I just really had to dig really deep in myself and remind myself, like, Uma, you got this. No matter what they tell you, no matter what's going on, you got this, and you're strong enough to handle whatever comes your way. Celebrate in the fact that everything came back clear, and as of right now, your breast cancer is manageable and it's going to be done and over with. Whatever's happening with the pancreas, we're going to figure it out. But the reason I was so mad about the pancreas is because I was telling the doctor that I really feel, now this is me diagnosing myself in a way, but I really feel it's diverticulitis because my dad had it and I have a lot of digestion issues. So when they found that like little spot by the pancreas, between the pancreas and the stomach, immediately my mind went to, this has to be diverticulitis. And I was surprised actually that the doctor wasn't really going there immediately. He was going more immediately to let's rule out cancer. And I really believe in like what you say and what you put out into the universe is what comes back. So I was kind of like being peeved about that. But at the same time, I can't get mad at the doctor because I'm a law of attraction coach, right? He's not, and he's just doing his medical thing. So I'm not mad at my doctor or my team at all. I guess I'm just more like exhausted and it's like beginning to wear in. So I came home and I took a shower and I just spent some time by myself in my bed because I really was just trying to set my mindset, because on top of that, life is not stopping, right? Life is still continuing on. And this particular night was a big night for me because as a live streamer, I had 2 shows that I was in. I was doing like impromptu acting in one show, and then I was doing streamer trivia in another show. And then at midnight was going to start my 96-hour stream, because I'm in the contest to be on this reality show. So it's like, I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to think about what can, could be, would be, whatever else. So I go and I do the 2 shows, and I did great in my mind. I did great. I had a great time. I start streaming at midnight. And then there's this other show that's going on that's a very controversial show on the app. It's kind of like a let's call out each other that we have beef with kind of show. And apparently my name came up by another streamer. She's calling me out because she don't approve or whatever the case may be about whatever I'm doing or whatever I'm saying or whatever else. And people were coming to my stream while I'm streaming and then telling me, oh, you know, your name's coming up, you need to go, you need to go. And I said, no, I'm not going. And the reason why I'm not going is I couldn't care less. I couldn't care that there is a person or some people on this app that don't like me. So what? You don't like me, I don't like you, and I couldn't care less. Well, the truth is, let me read back on that. It's not even that I don't like them. I can't even say that I don't like them. How do you say I'm neutral? I'm neutral about these people. You're doing what you're doing out there. You're living your life the way you live your life. I don't agree with it, but I'm not your parent. I'm not feeding you, effing you, or financing you. So what I have, my opinion of you, should not matter to you. The same way your opinion of me does not matter to me. So I let them go on and on about whatever they were talking about. People told me my name was dragged for a bit, but it is what it is. Like you're not coffee ice cream. Not everybody's gonna love you. Right? So I finished my stream. I entered the contest, and I am here. I am streaming. That's why you guys see me keep saying hi to people as they're coming into my stream. I had to mute to make this video. I'm going to be streaming intensely for the next 4 days to see if I place in this contest to be on the reality show. And I'm happy. Where I'm at right now is I'm happy. I'm at peace with everything that's going on because that's how life is. Life is always going to throw curveballs. There's always going to be people bringing drama to your door. There's always going to be news that you don't want to hear. But what's most important is just keeping a positive attitude, and that is what I'm doing. So those are my my 2 vlog entries for today because life is speeding up, and I just want to let you know I'm okay, and I hope you're okay. And I love you, and have a great day.